Welcome to Bible Stories and Wonders. Today we delve into one of the most profound aspects of the Christian faith, prayer. We'll explore the incredible power of prayer with miraculous stories from both the Bible and modern-day experiences. Stay tuned as we uncover how faith-filled prayer can transform lives, bring about miracles, and deepen your relationship with God. Let's start with the basics. What is prayer? Prayer is more than just asking for things. It's a deep conversation with God. It's a way of expressing our faith, gratitude, and worship. It's about connecting with the Creator of the universe, seeking His guidance, and aligning ourselves with His will. We journey back to a moment when Jesus shared one of His most profound teachings with His disciples. Jesus stands among His disciples, His face serene and filled with wisdom. He's about to share one of the most powerful prayers ever spoken. With a gentle smile and a glow that reflects His divine nature, He says, "When you pray, say, 'Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.'" His disciples listen intently, absorbing every word, their hands joined together in reverence. This is more than just a prayer. It's a blueprint for connecting with God. The Lord's Prayer teaches us how to approach God with humility, trust, and a heart full of faith. It's a timeless guide that has shaped the way millions of believers communicate with the divine. Narrator, this prayer is a reminder that no matter where we are or what we're facing, we can always turn to God with our deepest needs, trusting in His wisdom and grace. One of the most powerful examples of prayer in the Bible is the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel. Hannah was deeply distressed because she was childless. In her anguish, she prayed to the Lord with all her heart, promising to dedicate her son to God's service if He would grant her a child. Her fervent prayer was heard, and soon she gave birth to Samuel, who became a great prophet and leader in Israel. This story reminds us that God listens to the cries of a sincere heart and answers in His perfect timing. Now, picture this. Paul and Silas are locked in a dimly lit prison cell, bruised and in chains. Instead of despairing, they lift their voices in song and prayer. Their faith turns that cold, dark cell into a place of worship. They pray not just for themselves, but with gratitude and trust in God's plan. As their voices echo through the cell, the ground beneath them begins to tremble. Chains that once held them captive fall to the ground, and the prison doors swing wide open. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a divine response to their unshakable faith and fervent prayer. Paul and Silas's story shows us that even in the darkest moments of our lives, prayer has the power to bring light, break chains, and set us free. Their faith was not weakened by their suffering. It was strengthened, proving that prayer has the power to change any situation. These stories are more than just tales from the past. They are living examples of how prayer can transform, heal, and deliver us from our deepest struggles. Whether we're asking for guidance, protection, or the strength to endure, the power of prayer remains our greatest weapon in times of trial and triumph. Now let's shift to a different scene, a cold, dark den filled with lions. There stands Daniel, a man whose faith in God is unshakable. Kneeling in the midst of these mighty beasts, he prays with unwavering confidence. His face is calm, his posture unafraid, because he knows that God is with him. In this moment, the lions that could easily overpower him lie quietly, their eyes softened by the divine light surrounding Daniel. This light, a symbol of God's protection, casts a glow in the darkness, illustrating the incredible power of prayer to transform danger into peace. Daniel's story is more than just a miracle. It's a powerful testament to the kind of faith that moves mountains and the kind of prayer that can silence even the fiercest threats. It's a reminder that when we trust in God, we are never alone, no matter how dire our circumstances may seem. Intercessory prayer, or praying on behalf of others, has a unique power. When we intercede for others, we are standing in the gap, asking God to intervene in their lives. James 5 verse 16 says, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." This type of prayer can bring healing, deliverance, and breakthrough in someone else's life. Now, let's move to a real-life miracle of prayer that happened in the 19th century. George Miller, a Christian evangelist, founded orphanages in England that cared for over 10,000 orphans in his lifetime. What's astonishing is that he never asked for money or assistance directly. Instead, he prayed for every need of the orphanage, and time after time, his prayers were answered miraculously. From food to finances, everything they needed was provided just in time, often in ways that seemed impossible. In the Old Testament, we find another incredible story about the prophet Elijah, who prayed for rain after a 3-year drought. In 1 Kings 18, Elijah climbed to the top of Mount Carmel, bowed down and earnestly prayed. Though at first there was no sign of rain, he continued praying with faith. Soon a small cloud appeared in the sky, and within moments, heavy rain began to fall. This story shows that persistence in prayer, even when there is no immediate result, can lead to miraculous outcomes. How can we pray effectively? Here are some key principles to guide your prayer life. 1. Pray with faith. Hebrews 11 verse 6 tells us that without faith, it is impossible to please God. Believe that He hears your prayers and that He is able to answer them. 2. Pray with humility. Approach God with a humble heart, acknowledging His power and sovereignty over your life. 3. Pray with persistence. Don't give up if you don't see immediate answers. Like Elijah, continue to pray until your breakthrough comes. 4. Pray with sincerity. Be honest with God. Pour out your heart and trust that He understands your needs and desires better than anyone else. Prayer is not just a request, it's a weapon in spiritual warfare. Ephesians 6 verse 18 tells us to pray at all times in the Spirit, with all prayer and supplication. Prayer is how we fight against the forces of darkness, stand firm in our faith, and claim the promises of God. The more we pray, the stronger we become in facing life's challenges. In modern times, there are countless testimonies of people who have experienced healing through prayer. Doctors and medical experts have documented cases where patients recovered from terminal illnesses after being prayed for by their communities. Prayer has been proven to bring peace, reduce stress, and even speed up the healing process in hospitals around the world. In conclusion, the power of prayer is real, and it's available to everyone. Whether it's a small request or a life-changing plea, God hears every word we speak to Him. If you were inspired by these stories and want to deepen your faith, remember that your journey starts with prayer. So let's continue to seek, ask, and believe in the wonders that God can do through prayer. Thank you for watching. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who need to know the power of prayer. Stay tuned to Bible Stories and Wonders for more incredible stories of faith and miracles.